What if I was the government? What if we were the government? What if? Hey beautiful people, welcome and welcome back again to my channel. This is your girl Linet. I hope you are all doing okay amidst all these challenges. In this channel is where we discuss anything and everything about life, and if you're new into this channel, please feel most welcomed. In most cases, I discuss things to do with living and studying in Italy, and also always upload videos every Tuesdays and Fridays, so always stay tuned to watch more of my good videos. So today I want us to have a chit chat. I think I've never done a chit chat before. I want us to have a chit chat concerning humanity and dignity. Yes, a lot of things have been said. We've talked so much concerning our governments, but now I want us to have a one-on-one chit chat. And if you have any contributions, kindly you are free to comment below. Just write something in the comment section. I will be glad to read and reply. Also, it will be a contribution to this topic. I know most of us have had so much unanswered questions. We've asked ourselves how we wished our governments would have acted with dignity, how we wished our governments would have acted with humanity. We've wished these governments would have acted with some urgency. Yes, I don't disagree with that. But let's put this thing into perspective. Let's put this thing into perspective. There is this thing called decision making. Decision making may sound easy as the name goes, but it is not as easy as we may think. It takes really a lot for a conclusive decision to be reached. So, decision making may not be as easy as we think. Now, looking at this current pandemic that is really driving the world so crazy, we've seen things going haywire. And just to make it a little bit funny, this thing started from somewhere. Countries have been watching. But now you would ask yourself as a human being, how prepared were these countries? Even to the super world countries. We would ask ourselves, how prepared were these countries? But now we find when such governments, those governments have been hit, when such pandemics arrive in such countries, people behave like they didn't even hear about this before. That is why I said decision making takes a lot. People tend to get confused until it reaches your doorstep. That is the time you will realize and you will feel the density of decision making. We've cried so much. How we wished our governments would have saved our humanity. How we wished our governments would protect us. But let's also try to understand our governments. They are also in confusion, just the same as we are in. They are also in confusion. Yes, it is just like watching your neighbor's house burn. Before you realize it, it is in your own house. It is your own house that is burning. But you may ask yourself, I was just looking at that house burning just 1 minute ago. Now it has hit me. You find yourself, you're even not prepared. You even don't know what to do to tackle the same fire that you were seeing burning your neighbor's house. So it is just the same thing. That is why we also need to come, at least sometimes we really need to come to terms and understand our governments. For real, our governments are really trying. They are really trying. And what I would wish is, let us also give our governments an ample time. Let us also act with humanity. Let us also act with dignity. Our governments have really tried to put some rules. There are some restrictions that have the governments have really tried to put across. As humans, just as we want our governments to act humanly, let's also try to act humanly so that we help protect the entire nation. I know most people ask, how will I get food tomorrow? How will I get 1, 2, 3? But let's look at safety first. The rest, God knows. And the reason to why this thing is happening, it's for the good of the Lord, and God knows why it is happening. If it was not your time to die of hunger, you will not die. And then those who really have extra food, if you have extra things that you can help your neighbor who is suffering, who doesn't have anything, because I know there are people who live from hand to mouth. Kindly, let's also act humanly and assist such people. Then there is a news I was reading at, it was New York Post, where I saw a nurse who worked 48 hours just to protect the lives of those who've been infected. The nurse went to the supermarket after working tirelessly, only to find nothing on the shelves. She wanted at least to get some fruits and some vegetables. Only to her shock, there was nothing on the shelf. She cried tears. She cried tears. She ended up asking, why? Why do you strip everything off the shelves? Why? You even don't remember that there are people out there who are really struggling to save your lives. Why do you run to the supermarkets to strip off everything? At least we should be grateful that that our governments have given us the freedom at least to make that necessary movement to the supermarkets and get whatever we need. The supermarkets have really tried to stock stuff, and they've really informed us that things are in stock. Let's not do panic shopping. Kindly, I beg, let's act humanly. I know everything that is happening is not happening to our surprise. All these things were already predicted. It's not the first time we've heard about these pandemics. No, these things were predicted before, and other pandemics came and passed. Things like polio, things like influenzas, they came and passed. So these pandemics have been there. So what we need to do is let's act humanly. Just as we need our governments to act with dignity, let us to act with dignity. Let us give our governments an ample time as they struggle to keep us safe. Let us also try to be safe. Let us also try to be precautious so that we give our governments an easy time. And also let's remember our friends, the doctors and the nurses. Big ups to them, for they are doing a very great job. And let us also do shopping, remembering that the doctors and the nurses are also there, and they also need to keep healthy, and also they need to buy some personal effects. I hope we take note of that. Thank you so much once again for taking your time to listen to me give you good information, and I hope we act humanly and with dignity towards our governments and towards our fellow humans, so that the whole nation will be a good place for all of us and a safe place for us to be. This is just something that has come, and I believe it will pass. It will pass just as other pandemics have always passed. It is just a trying time for us to come back to God and worship God more, even though churches have been closed in some nations. Let's gather ourselves in our own houses and worship God. Let's go and cry back to God. God will see us through all this. He knows why this is happening, and everything happens for a reason, and it is happening for a season. Thank you so much, and if you're new into this channel, you're most welcome. And if you know you've not subscribed into my channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button. Remember to turn on that notification bell, and also to give this video a like. And many of my good videos, always give them a like. and I wish to see you again in my next video. Thank you so much, and for now I would say bye bye and ciao. May God bless you.